What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to be doing a bit of a double review on issues 16 and 17 of the current Iron Man comic, written by Christopher Cantwell. I believe these have different interior artists. Let's see. Interior artist for 16 is Julius Oda and Frank Diamara, the colorist. And Ibran Robinson with Angel Unzeta on issue 17 with Frank Diarma coloring both. Okay. So I'll start off with issue number 16, which I gotta say, this issue surprised me a lot. First of all, great Alex Ross covers, as usual. Alex Ross covers make a book seem better than it is. That's my controversial opinion. A good cover in general will make a book that is like, seem a little better. It definitely helps sell the books. Like, this is a great cover. This cover is, it's okay. It just seems like he kind of just pulled this out of the portfolio. It's fine by me. It looks fine. It's just not a very specific cover. Like, this could be a cover for any issue in the series, really. You know what I mean? This is a very specific cover. I really enjoy this cover, as is the case for a lot of them. But so we start off, Iron Man has received this cosmic power, and they're calling him the Iron God, which, me personally, I'm not a big fan of God level characters in comics. I don't think it's particularly interesting, but this kind of puts forth an interesting concept. So we have, Iron Man comes down on everyone, and he's basically omnipotently powerful. He looks cool. I like this, this cosmic armor he has. He pulls up on his crew here. We got everyone's favorite character, Frogman. We have the original Human Torch, not Johnny Blaze, the original Human Torch, who was an android. We have War Machine Rhodey. This guy's Gargoyle. I don't know where the fuck he's from. Don't press me on that. And then we have Patsy Walker Hellcat, who, she's an okay character, although I've read some old issues of Defenders where she is an absolute buffoon in that. But I guess and she was supposed to be a teenager, I guess. So, but I don't know how old she is in this. She's kind of like her role throughout this series. Not to get into it, but a lot of this series has been her. They do this a lot with Tony Stark. Her and other characters just kind of tell Tony he's an asshole all the time, which certainly in this issue they're justified. But sometimes it's all right, give him a fucking break, guys. But this issue, Tony definitely is on some bullshit. He's got the cosmic power, and the Avengers are all very concerned. My favorite part about this issue definitely is what Tony does with the cosmic power. So instead of just, doing what I assumed they were going to make Tony be like, oh, I'll use my power to stop all crime. And then it was going to be like, oh, fascism or something like that. But they actually didn't do that, which was that's the main reason why I'm reviewing this book. I was absolutely shocked they did not do that. So shout out to Christopher Cantwell for not giving in to the easiest possible storyline. What Tony actually ends up doing is basically giving everyone in New York his level of intelligence. Instead of him trying to solve, whatever, he gives them his level of intelligence. Which, in a funny little joke, I believe on the next page or so, Reed Richards says that he claims that it actually has made him dumber, which is pretty funny. Reed actually just flamed Tony with that unintentionally. But so what we see from that is that average citizens begin to act very different. This conversation here is he gets into some patriarchy stuff. Okay, cool. Whatever. Whatever, bro. Whatever. Then this, I like this one. This is more interesting. These two pages are more interesting use of that, I think. We have the mechanic starts to, instead of just fixing this guy's car normally, he starts to, try to design some like crazy futuristic fuel source for it, which is cool. Then these kids get into some like philosophical thing. This kid becomes like a Reddit atheist. I'm not even joking. Like he literally like, this kid just becomes like one of those like atheist people on Reddit. From his intelligence. I'm not gonna read off this nonsense here, but it's kind of funny, whatever. But let's see here. Oh, and then Big Wheel, kind of a jokey Spider-Man villain. Big Wheel emerges from a coma with his new intelligence, and he starts, just blasting different vehicles, and it turns out that he was Tony and Hellcat stop him. Turns out he was actually making like a AI. He was like implanting sort of like an AI or whatever into all the cars and using some type of, advanced math to create, like, basically solve traffic problems, but he was controlling the cars. And that's kind of what the whole theme of these are, is that it's kind of a theme we have seen before in a lot of media, but it is definitely relevant in modern day, with everyone thinking their own ideas are superior and pushing them onto other people. And this book basically, I don't know if he did this, I hope it would be intentional, but it's basically saying, like, even if you believe your ideas are superior, you can't push them on other people. It's not right, and it really wouldn't make a better situation, actually, which is an interesting take to have. Not an interesting take. I think it's a good take. I think it's a lesson a lot of people could take, especially a lot of politicians modern day, who believe themselves to be so much smarter than everyone else around them that they can, they have to control people for their own good. That's all I'm going to get into it with that concept. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to get too much into it. But, so now, issue 17. Issue 16 ends with an exciting cliffhanger where Hellcat recruits Dr. Doom to help take down Tony, which I was excited about. It doesn't pan out quite in the way I would have liked it to, because I personally just really like Dr. Doom. Things don't really fare too well for him in this next issue, as you'll see. But basically, Doom, so we see what's going on with the city. Everyone's becoming super smart. Some people are making super advancements. A lot of people are quitting their jobs. They say, like, the police, or like all the police force quits to be, like, go into space. Okay, I guess. This lady, this is a good. I enjoyed this part here where this lady quits the news on air because she's developed like a transporting thing. That's nice. I like some of these concepts are good. Some of them are like, what? But I thought that was a good show of like how smart people are. The weirdest thing I will say is that if everyone in the city has become super smart, including the whole crew here, they don't really showcase it, which is kind of strange. Because they have Doom help them to build the machine, but they don't really showcase massive intelligence themselves. Like, the common people are out here building crazy shit, but our little crew here, aside from Doom, kind of just act like their normal self. So that's kind of a complaint I would make. We don't see them really build. Like, Doom builds a machine, and basically with the help of Silver Surfer is supposed to power the machine and will, like, strip Tony of his power. And now, here too, we continue the concept where Tony basically uses his power to force everyone to agree with him, saying that, we need cooperation right now so we can solve all the issues and move forward. And he feels he has to control people so that they can move forward. So once again, not to get too into, like, politics or whatever, but, you can draw your own conclusions to what that what that sounds like, forcing people into certain things for the quote-unquote greater good. Then we get Tony shows up, and the plan immediately falls apart, which I guess is fine, but turns out Doom has protected the whole group from Tony's mind control over everyone, making everyone agree with him, which is good. And then Tony is very powerful at this point, so he basically just wipes everyone out, including, Doom gets eviscerated, Silver Surfer gets melted into a puddle, Gargoyle gets destroyed, Frogman gets I don't even know what he does to Frogman. He just blows up his face. Human Torch gets wrecked, and then it ends. We have the final two remaining people. It's War Machine and Hellcat, and Tony just fucks up War Machine. And then he after doing this, basically killing his best friend, then he realizes, it kind of snaps him out of it, oh yeah, I just fucking killed my best friend. And then I don't know what Hellcat was doing this whole fight, but she kind of disappears for a few pages. But then Tony finally takes off the helmet, so now we get a to be continued, but it's implied that he's given up the cosmic power, realizing how badly he is fucked up. And I think it's pretty clear that he's gonna bring everyone back, after killing them next issue. But I'd say issue 16 was very exciting. I love the concept of making Tony giving people this enhanced IQ and everything. This issue 17 did a pretty good job. I'm excited to see what the next issue will do. But yeah, I kind of, Doom is not an idiot, you know what I mean? And he kind of went down pretty quick, but that's fine. But overall, two pretty good issues. Definitely 16, I would say I like better than 17. 16, I would give probably a 8.5 out of 10. Art. First of all, for a lot of comics in general, I just can't complain about the art. Especially for big time series, they always bring out the heavy hitters with the art. So art has been no complaints throughout either of them. Basically, my only nitpicks are through the concepts, story concepts, whatever. So issue 16, I'll give 8.5 to 9. Issue 17, a little lower, just because I feel like they kind of underutilized certain concepts. But I like that he continued the theme throughout this. I would give issue 17 probably an 8, a solid 8. Not as good as issue 16, but I'm excited to see where they go from here next, and I hope Christopher Cantwell can wrap up this arc in a good way, in an exciting way, and hopefully there's some more surprises to be had, because issue 16 definitely surprised me, so I hope that continues forward. So anyways, if you enjoyed this video, you'd like to see more, please like and subscribe. I got a lot of comic